Hello, everyone. Welcome to the new season of Formula Sunday, Season 7. Here's the calendar if you haven't seen it yet. But yeah, round one of Season 7 here in Formula Sundays. We are back in Mexico yet again. As you maybe saw in my previous video, I'm not a fan of this track, but the guy in front also seems to agree with that. But anyway, Mexico. I'm not really a fan of this track, as you might have seen from my last video as well. But anyway, new season, and I want to, do as many races as I possibly can. I will not skip races because I don't like them. As you can see, on my first qualifier lap, I've been just all over the place with my car, going over the line to take provisional pole as the second car over the line, but that's nowhere near good enough. My PB in qualifying, I got it down to a 13.4. So keep that in mind as we get to the end of the session. Right now we are on a 14.6, which for a banker, to be fair, for a banker is awful as well. But on our second lap, we had a bit of a
Nope.
mess up, and yeah, we just bailed out on the last second. And we are now going on our final lap in this session, and it did happen to be our best lap in the session, but yeah, I wasn't really happy with it. Before we go on our final lap, I just want to tell this as well that I had massive PC issues prior to this race. I think I had 4 PC crashes whilst practicing, and when I was commentating for FS Challenger, I had a 5th PC crash as well. So I was not confident whatsoever if my computer can even hang on throughout this race. And during the race, I got a lot of stutters and lag as well, FPS drops, but it didn't seem to affect the recording too much. Right now, we are 10th in qualifying, and to be honest, I at this point was even thinking about if I even want to improve, or if I should maybe just not improve and hope that someone pushes me down to 11th, so I would have a fresh set of mediums to start the race on. But right now, we still want to purge on, and we want to maybe go higher than 10th. We have again a messy second sector of this lap, and the whole lap has not been good. As I said, my PB in qualifying was a 13.4, and I believe provisional pole time right now is a 13.9, but Lewis is about to cross the line. Not now, but he is just in front of us on track. And yeah, Louis stars a 13.7, which is not even close to what I did in quali practice. We go over the line, get a 14.4, which only puts us down to 9th, with crew being in 13th. So we are out of position. But if league racing has taught me anything, it's that you should never ever decide to give up. And even if we are out of position, and midfield is always hectic in this league, but the lights are now coming on. 5 red lights are on, and they're out. Lights out, and away we go for 36 laps of Mexico. We get a decent start. We try to go to the outside of Notre Machine, but he blocked us off slightly, and we have some room to operate with, so we dive it down the inside instead. Going towards turn one, we try to get past Light Mystic in the Renault, but it's getting really tight into turn one, and you don't really want to go side by side through this section of corners. We get a corner cut warning that I will appeal at the end of this race, because corner cuts and warnings and penalties are going to play a massive part in this race. As Light Mystic is really slow into turn four, we dive it miles behind, down the inside of him, and get the move back on the Renault Light Mystic. We are already up 2 positions from the start of this race, and we keep going as the midfield, as I said, is hectic. You can see on the minimap, Lewis and RageQuit, the 2 race leaders, are running away from the rest of the field. I believe it's one of the Haas's who is right now in third, but they will get back into our clutches. As you can see right now, it's getting a little bit calmer, but somehow we have avoided damage, as I think Dunk made a opportunistic dive bomb on Vita, the new driver here. Both horses are new in Formula Sundays, as we now go to lap 2. Lewis and Ragegood are miles ahead, but look at this gaggle of cars we have from the third all the way to I don't even know where. I think Jack Zeffo, who started 20th, is at the back of the train. But you can see Vita and Duncan, Meshik and I can't say that name, and then us as well. We have double side by side moment through the first section of corners. Light Mystic behind us looking pretty dangerous as well, trying to go for a move. And I haven't even made a single cut since the start of this race because everything is just going on right now as Duncan is trying to hold on for his still life ahead of Vita and Meshik and Marinchella and myself, Light Mystic and Kurtz. Everyone is in this train as the two race leaders are still running away with this. But it's really easy to drop the car in the middle sector as Marinchella got on the cross a little bit there. Vita is got it a bit out of shape as well. I think Kurtza had issues, or is going to have issues at the back of us as well. Not quite, I got ahead of myself. But Vita's still really slow. I think he wanted to let his teammate through, but he's also letting us through. We're going to dive it down the inside of the stadium section. We make slight contact, and I can confirm that it was a bit heavier contact on Vita's screen due to lag. We get pushed wide by Light Mystic as Vita pulls into the pits, and Kurtza is also looking for a move down our inside. We are now in lap 3, and we are only still in 7th place. We got overtaken by Light Mystic, who pushed us a little bit wide in the penultimate corner, and it's still all going on as we have Kurtza behind us as well. I think Nacho Machine in the Red Bull got turn 1 a little bit wrong, and we have Jaxefo up 11 places from the start as Light Mystic is a little bit slow, and we're trying to make the same move on him as we did on lap 1, dive it down inside of the turn 4, and we're trying to get our move back past of this Renault car, and we keep going. Duncan is still in 3rd with, I believe, Meshik in 4th, Marincello in 5th, and ourselves in 6th. We are now up 3 places, but that is nothing compared to Jaxefo, who's gone from 20th to 9th in a matter of 2 and a bit laps. Kurtzer now had his problems, and this is going to trigger a safety car, and this is actually good for us because we can change our tires onto the mediums tires that we are better on, because my soft tire pace is absolutely awful, but my medium tire pace is better, and it is actually competitive. And you can see on the minimap that Rage Quit and Lewis, and I believe Marinchella as well, have carried on, not pitting onto the safety car. Everyone else dived it into the pits as we rejoin down in 9th after having made our stop, and this is forcing most of the field on a different kind of a two stop, because usually others would do a soft, medium, soft, but pitting or lap 3 onto mediums would force you on a soft, medium, medium, and this is good for me because my medium tire pace compared to others on the medium tires is actually comparable, and I actually feel quick on mediums, but soft tires I have no pace whatsoever as we are now preparing for a safety car restart. What a hectic start to the race it's been. It's only lap 5, and we are already, I don't even know how long into this video, as we got caught a little bit napping in the safety car restart, as you're about to see. I think someone in front of this train also got caught a little bit, and yeah, we have a slight gap to Meshik. Our tires are cold, and we nearly lost the car twice exiting the final corner. Light Mystic behind us in the Renault is on soft compound tires, so he's going to be quick compared to everyone else in the first few laps of the safety car restart, but then the medium tires should pick up momentum once again. Meshik is looking for a move on Duncan, but didn't make this stick. We have Luke, new driver from Challenger, in the lead again, and I believe Martin, again, from Challenger tier, who got promoted into Elite, but they are still battling going into turn 4, and I don't even mind being a bit behind right now, because as you can see, them battling so hard is just meaning that we are able to catch back up as easy as that. Mystic is looking for a move, but we are not having any of that, as Meshik is behind Luke in the Renault, and as me and Meshik are sort of in a Renault sandwich, with Meshik and mine being filling. Luke is a little bit slow through the S section, which is understandable, so because he just came up from Challenger, he's not up to speed with us just yet. Meshik is diving down or inside before the stadium section, and we are trying to go for a move in the stadium section as well, but we made contact. Luke turned into us a little bit, and we lost the car, but we didn't lose the position to Light Mystic, but I think that did knock Light Mystic's front wing off a little bit, as he's going to dive into the pits, I believe so. And Jaxefo is the one behind us now, a little bit forwards now, and we are now behind Luke, trying to get by him finally into turn 4. He's trying to hang on to it, to be fair to him, but now we're having none of it, and we dive it right back to him down the inside of turn 5, and we make it stick nice and easy. He's still trying to make a comeback, but no, actually that's Jack and not whoever that Renault was. But Jack is trying to make it side by side through the S section, and we are having none of that because you cannot go side by side through this medium section. Through the second sector, the S section. But now lap 9 with DRS. Jaxafo has got past us, and he's quicker than us, and I didn't see a point to fight him too hard. We are only on lap 9. Engineer says that we should keep focus and yada 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 yada. We are only in P9 where we started this race, but you have to also remember that Rage Quit and Lewis, who have pitted now by lap 12, pitted a lot later than us. Martin now pulled into the pits because he started on the medium set of tires. That's why he couldn't pit. And right now, we are in net P4. Somehow, we have got our way into 4th place in this race. As we have, I believe, Meshik leading it with Donkey News 2nd, Jaxafel 3rd, and ourselves in 4th. Harishun is 5th, and Vita is in 6th. But you can see time penalties are already ramping up. We have a few track limit penalties or track limit warnings as well, but they're also something that I want to appeal and get rid of. But now, lap 19, we have a 3-second penalty already, and we are actually going to pit at the end of this lap. Harishun is trying to get past us, and I don't really see a point to put much of a fight against him. We are now down to 5th, but I know, well, obviously Harishun has no penalties, and he's actually looking really good and really pacey as of now. He might even go on to win this race. But yeah, from lap 13 to lap 19, there was a bit of a calmer period in this race, which is why I skipped through it. But what a race it's been so far. And we are now up to P5. As end of lap 19, we are pitting this lap. You can see we crossed, apparently, the bullet that wasn't there, and we got another 3-second penalty because of that. I appealed that corner warning as well, and I believe that it's going to be taken off as well. I think as it stands right now, I should have a completely 3-second time penalty removed from it. As we exit the pits, we get behind Ginger Ninja, but we dive it down the inside of the McLaren. We are having none of it. We do not want to get stuck behind Ginger Ninja, who is on the hard set of tires. He's also new from Challenger GTA. He actually won the Challenger GTA Championship last season, so yeah, he's new in Elite as well. As Martin is holding up Harishun a little bit, and we are now trying to get a move done on on Martin as well, as Harishun in the AlphaTauri has passed him already. We have DRS, Slipstream, Overtake Mode, and Rich Mix. And no, we have a virtual safety car that blocks us from making this move. And this is now time to calm things down a little bit, because honestly, the whole race so far has been hectic, and I've not had a single moment to just breathe and drive calmly and normally, because there's always something happening. Virtual safety car ending, it's important not to speed. But as you can see, Martin has picked up a drive-through penalty, and I know how that feels. It's not a good feeling to speed under the virtual safety car and to pick up a drive-through penalty because of it. I have 2 bad memories from that, as Martin, I don't know if he lets us by or he just got caught napping, but we got a move done on the McLaren, who unfortunately has picked up a drive-through penalty. We are now to lap 25, and we are P3 in this race, but Jaxafo, who, don't forget, started in 20th at last, is right behind us on his soft set of tires, and I think it's a matter of time, not if, but when, he's going to overtake us and go after the 2 AlphaTauris who are in the net lead of this race. Jaxafo tried to go for a move into turn 1, but he wasn't far enough for me to just let him go, because I do not see a point fighting Jaxafo too hard, but he was not far enough for me to just let him go, so I just took the racing line and did not let him go as quickly as that. But going into the stadium section now, Jaxafo is diving it down the inside, and to be honest, I'm fine with this one because I'm getting his DRS, so maybe once he gets to the AlphaTauris, I also have half a chance to get with the AlphaTauris as well, to maybe still fight for a podium. at lap 29, Jack Defoe dives down the inside of Meshik. And Meshik, I don't know what's going on with him, but he's struggling a lot with his car and the tires as he's all out of shape after Jack Defoe overtook him. We have Rage Quit, who used to lead this race, but he's on a different strategy to us, but now everyone is going to the end. Rage Quit and Lewis are also appearing behind us as Meshik is really struggling. We decided to not go for a move in the stadium section because we want Meshik's DRS to possibly go for a move, but we lose the car slightly, exiting the stadium section, and now we have to look behind rather than attacking Meshik because Rage Quit in the Williams is looking ever so threatening behind us in the mirror. You can see his car is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. He's actually going for a move, and we are now having to think if we want to let Rage Quit through, but no, we're going to try to dive it, route it outside of Meshik, turns it to inside, and no contact made until, well, now, because we had a slight bump there, but we got past Meshik. We turned the defensive from Rage Quit to offensive against Meshik. As you can see, Jack Defoe is also battling hard with Harrison, but obviously Jack Defoe has a 3-second penalty, Harrison does not. So all the Harrison has to do is to stay within 3 seconds of Jack Defoe, but Rage Quit now dives it down our inside into turn 4. We are not having any of that. We are trying to hold on as hard as we can. Obviously, Rage Quit, the reigning champion, I believe that this is a move done by him, but we are still trying to hold on, and we are in a similar position as we were with Jack Defoe, but Rage Quit being in my position, and we make slight contact. We nearly lose the car in the S section, and we have to concede the position to Rage Quit because otherwise we probably would have crushed both of us out. And this, on lap 32 out of 36, actually marked the end of action for us in this race. What a hectic race it's been. We have 9 seconds of penalties, but I appealed to get 3 seconds off because I have three warnings that I want to get rid of. As now, end of 36, Jack Defoe won on track, lost the first by Jack, but he lost it on penalties, and we actually lost the car. And it got a random penalty warning there, and we got a puncture over the line. I'm so glad it didn't appear 5 seconds earlier, but here are your final classification. Harrison wins. The season beginner started from 11th with Jack Defoe 2nd and Rage Quit 3rd. I am 4th on track, and I am appealing a 3-second penalty due to wanting to get rid of 3 warnings. And from what I've seen so far, that's going to be approved. So I should be 4th in this race, not 5th. So yeah, what a race. What a season beginner it's been. And honestly, considering everything, considering me having lag and stutters and, being out of position, we started 9th. I had fun this race, and I'm glad that I did it. But this has been it for this video, and I hope you have enjoyed. Next one is in Monza, so don't miss out on that. This is it from me. I'll see you next time, and goodbye.